pre-season going?
Yeah, really good. We had a solid block leading up into Christmas break, and we had a few things we had to do over the break as well that a lot of the boys would have ticked off. So yeah, we're running into a pretty good block now post-Christmas, and the Wallabies have just come back today, so that's going to boost us and bring the standard up, so that should be really good.
Is it good having the whole team back?
Yeah, obviously really good. So we're going on a camp to Thredbo this afternoon, so we should probably talk about what we want to achieve throughout the season and things like that. So it's good having the whole squad there to sort of have their input and know where we're at as a squad.
How was it over the Christmas break? Was it good to have a bit of a break and regroup?
Yeah, good. I spent most of my time on the Sunshine Coast, so that was really good to get back up there, see a few familiar faces and catch up with the family. So it's good to get away from rugby. I mean, you've got to still tick off a few things fitness-wise so you don't lose all that. But I mean, yeah, it's good to get away and then refresh and then come back and put some hard work in.
Does it feel like the season's sneaking up on you a little bit? It's less than 2 months now, sort of thing.
Yeah, no, I think it will creep up on us a bit. With these shorter pre-seasons, you're right. There's less weeks to get the work in, but they put a few sessions in each week, and yeah, sort of the time will fly, and we'll be playing our first trial out at Wagga. So that'll come along quickly, but we're looking forward to it.
Bev, what goals have you set for yourself this year?
I've set the goal of obviously to start games and play a lot of footy this season. I look forward to being a strong part of the team and hopefully putting my hand up for selection. Hopefully be selected week in and just keep putting my hand up.
Because how hard is it? Like, you got your chance at the end of last year when Carts went down and played through the finals there as well. But I mean, having a Wallabies lock there and then Rory, who's a towering guy who's on the fringe of Wallabies as well, do you try and set yourself as a goal to knock one of those guys out, or?
I think if anything, having those good players in the same position will just sort of make us all work harder and make us all better players. So those blokes being Wallabies, I want to aspire to be Wallaby as well, or Rory in the squad and things like that. So I'm good mates with them. We work hard during the session, but when it comes down to selection, hopefully we make it a bit of a headache for the coaches.
Mate, you talked about going down to Thredbo as a chance for you guys to talk about what the goals are for this year as a team. Is there a feeling that this can be a big year for the club?
Oh, I think so, mate. We've retained a lot of quality players, and you can see on paper we've got the best players running around in Australia. So last year we went to the semi-final, they didn't quite make it. So I think we want to go one further and hopefully win it this year. So we've got the players that can do it. So we'll just keep on working hard and talk about this week, how we can do that. So I think we're going to be in a great spot.
I think you're off contract at the end of the year as well, is that right? Or you got 2 more years?
2 more years, yeah.
Does that give you a bit of comfort going forward then, knowing that you've got a bit of time to work into it, sort of thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can never be comfortable within your contract. You're still going to be working hard. Your selections are a week-to-week thing, and there's great players as well coming along. You mentioned a lot of the young blokes that have been working hard, so you can never sort of rest on having a 2-year contract. You've got to keep on working hard because you've got to look forward to the future as well. So it's only 2 years. I mean, you want to be longer as well.
And how much does it change when the Wallabies guys come back in? Just the mentality and the intensity of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of blokes that come in from club and they worked really hard, and it was great having them on board. But the Wallabies have played test matches and plenty of Super Rugby games, so they've got experience and they know what it takes to sort of win games. So they'll bring that into the squad, and we'll keep on trying to work hard, and we'll just hopefully make a good mixture of quality and hard work.
And you don't think that shorter pre-season will have any impact once the regular season rolls around?
I mean, we'll be in the second year we've gone through this shorter pre-season. I think last year they threw a lot of things at us and we sort of survived it, so they could tinker a few things this year and work out what worked and what didn't. So I think each year it will get better and better, but I don't think it'll because we're playing longer, and I think that's going to benefit us as well with the NRC and things like that. So I wouldn't say the shorter pre-season will affect us in a negative way at all.
Mate, Bernie sent you guys walking up the mountains last year. Do you think he's got something up his sleeve again?
Yeah, I dare say we'll probably be spending a bit of time up a mountain this week. So I haven't really said much about what's going to go on. I think we're just going to head up there as a squad and just take on what they give us day in, day out. Yeah.